Good morning. It's Monday. It's the start of a new week, and in honor of a new week, I'm going to let you in on a little bit of a secret. This isn't just coffee in this cup. Come on, give me some credit. There's no booze in there. But I am treating myself because I put one of these little babies in the cup this morning before running coffee into it. So I essentially made myself a mocha coffee this morning with some little bitty marshmallows in there. I love those little marshmallows that are in there. I usually try to get the ones with the extra marshmallows in it, but the store didn't have it. So just regular Swiss Miss for this morning's coffee. And I don't do this often, but we're getting close to Christmas. This is the start of the second of 3 weeks after Thanksgiving that leads into the Christmas break. I will be off for 2 weeks during the Christmas break that matches when the girls are out of school. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. And with that in mind, I just said, maybe there is booze in this thing. But with that in mind, I decided to go ahead and make myself a little cup of Christmas cheer and do some hot cocoa coffee. So this video I am dedicating to Tracy, Life in the Wild West, because she made a video last week that I saw for her Vlogmas. It was day 5, and I'll be sure to link it here so that way you can see or hear. In that video, she was talking about how sometimes she struggles and is trying to teach a lesson to one of the kids, and that she wound up doing the exact opposite, where she actually, it was her hoodie. I'm not going to tell the whole story. Go watch her video and you'll see what I'm talking about. But she asked in that video if we've ever done that, if we have that same problem where we are forgetful or are trying to teach a lesson to the kids and it backfires on us. And so I wanted to share a story that is a favorite story of one of my oldest daughters, who will be 30 in just a few short weeks herself, that dates back probably about 20 years ago. My daughter had the horrible designation of being the kid who constantly lost or broke her cell phone. For Christmas one year, she wanted to get the Motorola Razr Ami James limited edition phone, and it was the silver Razr, but it had a Japanese style dragon that Ami James had drawn, and she loved it and wanted it, and so we got it for her for Christmas, and with the caveat that she needed to take care of this one. She needed to pay attention to where it was, that she wasn't to lose this one or break it. You needed to be responsible. Okay, was her response. Fast forward a little bit, and I find her phone where it's not supposed to be, where she had obviously just left it and forgotten about it. Wanting to teach her a lesson, I took the phone and I put it on top of the kitchen cabinets by the refrigerator and went on about my day. It took probably several days for her to realize her phone was missing. From the time I put that phone on top of the cabinet, I slept and forgot I had done so. Yeah. So when she comes to me and is explaining that she can no longer find her phone, I immediately get upset. How could you lose your phone? Blah, blah, blah. We told you. Blah. Made this whole deal about it. Her mother got upset, and she made a whole deal out of it. And said, that's it. We're not replacing the phone. I will just pay for your line and not give you a phone. You're not getting a phone. You're not getting a phone. I mean, it was a bad weekend, to say the least. Well, being the dad that I wasn't going to let her go without a phone. I thought that was ridiculous. So I found the cheapest flip phone I could find on T-Mobile at the time, and I secretly ordered that. And when the phone came, I gave it to the daughter. I was like, hey, here's a phone. It's a crap phone, but at least you have something if we need to get in touch with you in an emergency. Had the whole deal with my now ex, and got over that argument and moved on. So at least then she had a cell phone, right? Fast forward several years, probably 2 or 3 years. Yeah. And we're moving out of the house, and we are packing up everything, and I'm packing up the kitchen. And my wife at the time says, hey, check on top of the cabinets and make sure that there's nothing up there. And I get up on the cabinet, and I'm looking, and I'm coming around by where the refrigerator is, and I look down. Covered in dust is that phone. And I look at it, I'm like, oh, man. And I immediately remembered I put that there. I was teaching her a lesson. She didn't technically lose the phone. I did. And of course, now my kid's the disgruntled, like 13, 14-year-old at this point. And I'm like, oh, man, this is going to be bad. And so I'm just kind of standing there, and I look over at my ex, and the kids are standing there at this point. I was like, oh, man. And she's like, is there a dead mouse up there? Is there a dead animal up there? What is it? And I was like, no, it's worse than that. And I grab the phone, and I hold it up, and as soon as she sees it, my daughter starts pointing. Yeah, that was a tough bullet for me to take in regards to admitting that, yeah, I was the one who put the phone up there, and that's the reason why it went gone. And she was, very correct in her disapproval of me at that moment, and I have yet to live that little thing down. And it, like I said, it's been 20 years, and it still comes up about once a year where she mentions the phone. Hey, remember the phone, Dad, where you said I lost it and it was you? Mm-hmm. It's like the only thing she has on me, right? And so she uses it. Anyway, my point is this. Tracy, you're not alone. We're all fallible. We all make mistakes, but we do it with the best intentions. And I think that's the critical point to remember, right? Then again, there is that song by Randy Travis where it says, the road to hell is paved with good intentions. It's too early on a Monday to figure out exactly what all that means. But what I do know is that I'm going to finish my cocoa coffee and wish you a happy Monday and a great start to your week. And as always, I will see you in the comments section. That's really good. You should try it.